Chargers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
I do it.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. Here the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9.
Do it.
And they will not get a chance to return this through the end zone for a touchback. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other
my cousin said my last week gave me a loss.
Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh.
Happy New Year, by the way,
coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want in the middle of the schedule. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them in the rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So mad about that simulation my cousin did, bro, last night.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
Sure, gonna beat the Vikings.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Taken down.
No gain on the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know.
Just check the MVP list.
He has the ability to
That's
take
on the MVP list, bro.
So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Who do you think on the MVP?
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard 3-yard return. And the Ravens will get it first and 10 from deep in their own territory. So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
Would you say that last week's performance by
him? You see that?
Numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but
like
obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on speed other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the
other
line of
than Lamar Jackson. Hold on, guess who number 2?
That is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small
Lamar Jackson, number 1.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson, open man is Duvernay.
Ghost.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production.
I'm going to get a ball to whoever the next MVP.
There's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pre-game. That's what they did.
Second on the MVP list. Lead receiver.
Gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated.
My cousin traded Drew Brees to the Steelers. Drew Brees got the
This has to go
Steelers.
down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective.
MVP to MVP.
Nice completion
Let's go.
there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Since Lamar had one, I kind of hope Hollywood get it, but I ain't tripping.
1st and 10
As
now
long as it
from the
comes to
30.
Baltimore, you know I'm good with it. Yeah.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's taken in by Duvernay. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. If they're going to run to set up the pass, they're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Jackson, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. At their own Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early
y'all stay on error, bro. Keep your foot on the next, fellas.
Get your list done, because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
1 yard is the loss. They back up
Yeah, no
to a 3rd and 15.
Oh, yeah, brother.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with the rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team
that was it. That
always
was the
talks
house.
about a
That's
fast
true.
start,
That's true.
but it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Jackson and the Ravens come up on 1st and 10 at about the 32.
My first round draft pick got hurt for 5 weeks, broke his ribs. That was my right guard, my left guard, man. So we struggled.
Start on the ground with Davis, and he'll get this only up to about the 35.
I say he's the one that's backup is bad.
Then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State.
So far, everybody been good this year.
Every time they even
Except for
thought
my first
about
round
running
pick.
it. Wore down defenses and able to
weird
make
looking
big
at Drew
runs
Brees
late
go
in
for the
games.
Steelers.
J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That third down conversion good for 23.
Shit, dude, they stepped up like shit. We can get the ball to look like. I seen him just sitting there like, oh, I'm gonna get to my boy, yo. They thought I was about to run it. Our coach, they thought I was about to run it.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play.
If my cousin didn't send this season, I would have beat the Vikings, bro. That'd have been a 5-game win streak. Now I got a streak all the way to the playoffs.
Inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Face
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
They use Hollywood as a blocker.
All Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end
they did good that drive.
Run. Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what
I say we stacked that receiver. Like, we got a good offense. The defense is a little shaky, but we've just been working on it. Couple moves. I got Chuck Clark sitting on the bench, bro. I was about to trade him the week before last on here.
Justin Tucker to kick
Get some draft picks, but I feel like I'll be too greedy. Oh, you should see the picks I have.
This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their
draft
drive
picks
will start at the 25.
So I remember I said Ingram to the Atlanta Falcons. You know my cousin plays for the Saints. Bro, Ingram had a day. I forgot his stats. He said Ingram tore him up, bro. So that's why he said Drew Brees to Pittsburgh. And I was like, yeah, that's not really the same. All right. Whatever. Somebody help the rookie.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got the connection here to Bourne. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And
the 42-yard line here. Brought down there.
He's relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. This one complete to Tanyan underneath.
Nice tackle.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Nice tackle.
Well, they weren't able to make anything really big out of that.
I feel like I'll get rid of everybody.
And give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Rodgers throwing complete to Valdez-Scantling.
I was thinking about something.
Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rodgers now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call.
Black, purple, fast, and strong.
Keeping himself to run it or do what he just did.
I love
Throw
that.
that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Do it.
And he will get this into
Trying to bait him
the
up.
end
I'll be so
zone.
used to playing with fast linebackers. Get to email.
Wes Valdez-Scantling.
Oh no, who I used to play with? I have like a safety right there. I used to play with Club. I used to let Club be right here.
All the receivers in the league
Wasn't it Jefferson?
good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL.
Better I
But
have
the ones
Club
that go
right
to the
there,
Pro Bowl,
or
they have
whoever
refined
my
route
fourth
running
string
ability.
cornerback is, or backup safety, and I'll play that position. Boy, I'm playing with Patrick, so he's
Crosby for the point after.
quick.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
Yeah, you just need that line. Look at him. Ooh, General with his goons, man. Look at him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over first down.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run here with Dobbins. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 24-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Rodgers again now. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Open man is born. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Good. We're on green.
Rodgers to throw once more. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 6 yards left on second down. And again, it's Rodgers. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice in it. Time here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where you see the final score there. 31-10 was the final score. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. 21-17, the final score. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. 28-24, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The ball carrier.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw on 3rd down. Jackson open. And Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Another run here with Dobbins. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Josh Jackson.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson hitting Juju on the slant. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Dobbins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kendrick Bourne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown.
He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Back now at Lambeau. Or the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd.
Cool. Man, they ain't ready, son. They are not ready. The stars for. I'm trying to see you in a second, guys. Sorry. Nice to get. Yes. Let's go. Let's go.
Quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 29, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 36.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Kendrick Bourne with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. The quick feet by Jackson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
Jackson on the keeper.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the foot.
Touchdown, Packers! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Packers.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it would be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
And he knocks it through. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On 3rd down, Jackson, flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. When he went on the move there and started rolling out. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think